We're looking at a 2000 clutch bracket assembly. This is actually off my 7.3, but the V8s are the same. When your bushing wears out in your little eye here, you lose a lot of your throw. See how much slop is in there? You lose that throw, and then your clutch won't disengage, and you just don't have the travel to get your rig in gear. So we're going to show you how to put that permanent fix on there. We're going to show you how to cut this off, grind this little weld off here, knock that pin out of there, and put the permanent fix eye on there. So the bracket is held in with two 13mm on the top, two 13mm coming back from the firewall. In here you have your start switch. This here switch here, you have to remember how you take it out, put it back like you took it out. It's got a little clip in there that holds it there. It just slides off from the shaft. There's no big deal. So what we're going to do is show you how to get this spring out of here. If you just slide your eye over, your pedal comes up, the spring drops out. Then if you go around the back of your firewall and you just turn, grab a hold of the cylinder on the back side, turn it clockwise, and it comes out. You'll have to take the switch off first. That just lifts up. Get around here, I get a hold, lifts up off the back and comes off like that. Then you can pull your cylinder out, and you've got it right here. Your switch goes back in just like it come off, just like that. Your switch is all back together. Now we're going to cut this eye off just as close as we can up here. If you've got a little grinder or a little Dremel or something, you could probably cut it off inside. But these come out so easy that it's not really a big job. So what we're going to do is cut that off, and we're going to grind this off, and then we're going to get back on here again and show you how we're going to put the eye on, how we're going to put the bolt in here and put it all back together. Back to the bracket here, like I was saying, 4 13mm, 2 inside the firewall, 2 here. Now if you're lucky enough, and it's awful close quarters working under the dash, there's a little clip here, a little clip like that you can just pry off, and if you're lucky enough that your pin is not seized in there, you can pull the shaft out. You might have to get on this side with a punch and drive it on out. You can take your shaft out, and if you notice there's 2 nylon bushings in here. There's one on each side, one here, one here, one here. So when you're doing it all, you might put those bushings back in too, because that would also could be a problem. So we're going to grind this off here now and cut the eye off, and then we'll put it back together. There's the weld there that you're going to grind off. This is our clutch cylinder assembly. It's got a little snap ring in there. It's got a little collar there. You don't need to take any of this stuff apart. And then of course, this is what holds your rod in. You got 2 little clips here on each side. So what you can do is, if you have a soda straw, and you can snap this straw on there, and then this being all assembled in here like this, if you slide this straw down over the end, you can pull your rod out, and it'll come out like this. If you do that, if you put the little straw in, it pushes these clips in, and then you can pull the rod out. Those little clips lock right in behind those 2 little goodies there. But you don't need to take any of this stuff apart. If you just use this straw, snap this straw over the top of your rod, slide it down to the end, which would be in there, and it pushes those clips in so your rod will pull out. There's different size straws, but that's the way to get the rod out. Now some of these rods, this one here is really hard. Aftermarkets, you don't know what you're really going to get, but they're all the same length, and they all actuate your switch the same way. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to show you how to cut your eye off to assemble it into your rod end. Now this happens to be a soft eye. It's almost some kind of like aluminum. So we've cut the eye off like that. You want to take it to the grinder, and you can kind of dress that up a little bit, and then we're going to slip it on to the, we better take it to the grinder. Now we'll take it back over. We got it ground off. We've ground it off, so get all the little sharp edges off. We're going to put our rod end on. We want to be sure and tighten it up on the flat. There's a flat there, so we want to tighten it up on that flat. There's your rod end, all assembled, ready to go back into your cylinder and be reassembled. That's the way you do it. You cut the eye off like that. So that's the way it's going to look when you're done.